Hello and welcome. So, I'm going to take a look at the Guardian's Cryptic crossword. This is the main cryptic and it's being published on Tuesday the 5th of August 2025. And I'm just holding this back because I'm going to be away for the weekend, like I said about the Monday puzzle. So it'll just be something to upload on that day. Our setter today is Paul, who I by repute is quite a difficult setter in the Guardian. I know he sets as Mara in the Times Quicks, and I find those quite doable. It's a Tuesday puzzle, so maybe it's an easier one, I don't know. But he can be very devious, I believe. So anyway, it's time to crack on, really. Show advertiser dog. Um, show advertiser dog. Dog is to follow, is to trail. Trail. Some kind of trail. Show. More than one dog barrel we've got, and he also likes, that's the other thing about Paul, is he likes to do themed ones in the Guardian, I think. More than one dog pants. Dogs are not my best subject, even though I had the Observer book of dogs as a kid. Report of standard. Standard is par or norm weapon. Report of standard. Account. Standard weapon. Lance is normally a good weapony thing. No. Order contains coercive measure. Order. Coercive is blah. Don't know. Could it be an anagram of contains? I wonder if it might be. In which case that would be coercive measure is. It's not constraint, is it? Maybe something like that. Contains. Fat dog on lead. In fact. Cool. Fat dog on lead. In fact. Is lead or lead? Lead PB. Don't think it's a four-letter word. On lead, is that saying take the letters off something? That could be lard. Can't see it. Cobra. Peeps out. That must be an anagram, isn't it? That's 10 letters, 5 and 5. Seeing rover. Oh. Cobra. Cobra. Peeps out. Seeing rover. Is it a dog rover or is it something like a lunar rover or a nomad? Peeps. People isn't quite there. Okay, this isn't going well so far. The cat peers. There's 11 letters, and we've got 11 letters. Studying spaniel. Oh gosh. Another dog. The cat peers. Could be a kind of pet, I suppose, maybe. Don't know. Carpet. Carpet sleep. Oh, I'm not good on dogs. I'm going to switch to some of the downs because I just feel like I'm going nowhere. Great sacrifices. Great could be an anagram. At Imperial French city. I don't know. Imperial might be imp, I suppose. Not sure about that. Make that. That can't be a corgi, can it? On lead in could be an I. Fat dog pup. In fact. Not sure. Imp. My French cities are never great. I don't live in France, so why would I need to know French cities? Crime clear, set up for court action. Court action, so that's something to do with tennis. Set up. Crime clear. Crime is normally. So let's go with crime bit clear being CE. Set up. Court case. Trial. Hearing. This isn't going anywhere at the moment. Right, 3 down, clues dogs. Oh, flipping heck. I fall down, must be setter, dog cluer. Hurrah, I've actually got an answer at last. Oh god, and then we're on to clue solver's dog. This is really showing partly how much checking letters help in clues, as well as the expectation they're going to be easy. What was this? This is dog solver. Have I got that in the right? Dog solver. It's a nice one of clues though, even though I've got a clue about them. Got an R there, haven't I? For peeps out. Is that going to help me? Seeing over. Brace. Awfully nice dog. Must be an anagram, mustn't it? Awfully nice dog nips rear of postman. So yeah, nice dog with an N in it. Getting letters mixed up. Excuse me. So maybe it's a word meaning nice, which would be. I was going to put dyslexic in there, but let's dive in with the anagram helper. See if that'll help me. Nice dog, and then rear of postman's N in. Meaning. God. I was thinking getting letters mixed up, maybe they could dyslexia or something like that, but now I'm thinking maybe it's awfully would be, and awfully could mean well, you're awfully lovely, so that's kind of very kind of land coined. Big size as I continue to get nothing in this puzzle. Right, let's go back to 8 down. Seller with key, say a geezer. Seller with key, say a geezer. You'd think a geezer would be a man, wouldn't it? Like tradesman. I'm going to put that there. And A would have to be in the clue, and a man. But what's that going to be? Key, seller. Don't like the look of that. Okay, next on the nouns we have ceiling plastered with resin initially. So that's just going to go ceiling R. More sticky. Okay, that's going to be an ER. Alright. I think an ear. Clingier. Hurrah! Clingier. I've got another one. That's space. Studying Spaniel. I don't know if that is imp, do I? Right, let's come to the next. Look at the dog one. They're all dog ones. I looked at the postman one. Dog fed old cracker. So that's an O going into word for a dog. If you can see me now, you just see me shaking my head in despondency. Maybe I should nip off and get my Observer Book of Dogs if I can find it somewhere. It's probably on a shelf somewhere. I think it might be my mum's, to be fair. Dog lover has female kennelled. So lover with an F in it. Lover. I'll put Romeo in there, but don't think that works. Lover, data. Dog, spaniel. Cocker. Can that be right? Can cocker be correct? I don't know. And this one, the only good thing about this puzzle is actually I haven't got to scroll the screen up and down for it, which is normally what happens. Complain loudly when first of youths it hard. so that's hit hard. Why? So complain loudly is to when is could be as it hard. Not good. Okay, well let's look at these last few crosses I haven't got to yet. Did the cat peers out without any success, funnily enough. Locum excited, so seductive. I would have thought excited would be a anagram indicator, but not here because locum temporary. No. So seductive. Seductive is 9 letters, but therefore can't be so seductive. I wonder if locum is a doctor, and then excited is, and so is thus. Dog's dinner. Mess. Okay, got another one. Rah. Banker heading for jail with Sunak once and Johnson. Interesting clue. Is it going to be Rishi with Sunak once and Johnson? Banker. We're looking at the name of a river. Heading for jail is a J. One assumes. Heading for jail. Oh, it's a 116. Can't see that. Or didn't see that. So I don't even know what I'm trying to get to there, really. Is it JP Morgan? JP Morgan. Why would that be JP Morgan? That's a banker. J for J, obviously. PM, yep. And Johnson is an organ. Okay, good. Right, good. There's another one. 3. I've got 4. I've got 4 clues. Wow, it's amazing. Paul's holding dog back. So Paul is me, I assume. So that's going to EM. Temper. Dog. No, me will be that way with the dog going back. Moderate is to temper, but that doesn't work. Blimey, this is hard. I mean, it's not that I don't like dogs, it's just I haven't really been in contact with loads of dogs other than when I'm out running. So it's really hard if you don't take an interest in them. Yapper, lurcher's head bitten by parasite. Lurcher's head is an L, obviously. Parasite is a flea. Yapper, barker. That feels like it should be an ER, doesn't it? Yapper. Where's the L going and what's the parasite? Okay, articulation of feeling for money. So that looks like it's going to be a sound like of feeling, which is touch, sense. It could have been sense, but that doesn't work. It's got sight, hearing, seeing, touch, smell. None of which seem to want to work. Right, let's go back over here and have a look at this one. Dog fed old. Where's the O going? Is it going there or is it going there? Is that even DR? Cracker. This is dog spaniel. Right. Okay, let's go through the clues again. So, show, advertiser, dog, and advertiser, and show. I don't even know what an advertiser is really in terms of what if we got show advertiser, that's kind of 3-3 or 2-4, isn't it? Or 4-2 as a pairings of words. That ain't gonna happen. More than one dog pants. More than one is oodles. No, can't be oodles. Poodles must be in here somewhere, mustn't they? Cockapoos and poodles, the only dogs I can think of. Really, golden retrievers don't seem to be in there. Retrievers maybe could be in there somewhere. Right, I'm just going to sit and make a list of dogs while I've got my brain around this idea of dogs. So what we got? Got cockapoos, corgis, mutts, might be in there somewhere. Sheepdogs, retrievers. Anything else? I'm just looking at these ones over here. Could one of these be clues, retrievers, dogs, clue solvers, dog, retriever? Don't think so, no. What else do I list in my list of dogs? Corgis, cockapoos, sheepdogs, retrievers, bulldogs. Is Pekingese a dog? Peak? Maybe? Or is that a dog or a cat? I'm not even sure. Pekingese. Chihuahuas. Okay, I've got a list of about 8 there. That at least makes me feel a little bit happier, but I don't think it's going to help me at all because none of these are triggering any ideas. More than one dog pants. Oh, what was that one I said? Oodles and poodles. I've seen that as a clue somewhere. That must be in here somewhere, mustn't it? More than one is oodles. But then setter can't be. Oh, okay, well, that isn't more than one. Is what I was thinking that was oodles, but can't see that. It's a clue I've seen elsewhere. That's the thing. Order contains code. Oh, I was going to see if that was an anagram of contains, wasn't I? That was about contrains. Sanction. Ah, okay. Sanction it is. Good. Another one slips in there. Ooh, clue. Solver's dog. Solver's is you. Us. We. Clue's a tip or a hint. Not going anywhere with that, am I? What's going on here? What's this anagram? Seller with keys, say a geezer. Okay, right, back on the acrosses as I was doing, so that wasn't getting me anywhere. Report of standard weapon. Normal. Normal doesn't work. I should really have a list of synonyms of weapons in my head at this point. My crosswording experience, but I haven't. Report of standard weapon, so that's going to be. Well, that can't be. I was going to say that could be something like par gun, but then to make it into a report, par. What would be a report? Par. This one, great sacrifices at Imperial French City. I assume that's just an anagram. Great, but I don't know. No, that's not coming. Let's look at this long potential anagram of the cat peers out. The cat peers. Oh. Space. T. Studying spaniel. Oh yeah, cocker spaniels. I didn't add that to my list as well. Cocker spaniels. Oh, I don't even know if that is a P there really. The cat peers out. Studying spaniel. C set. We don't know that's right there. That imp. Cobra peeps out. Oh, got that one to play around with as well. Seeing rover. I said brace before. There's a potential ending. Can't see what it can be. Force. No. PR. Can't be SR. Could be CR. Could be O or E, but could be an A, I suppose. But PR or CR seems most likely. So let's put those in. Let's try C there. Cobra peeps. Crepe. Was that a crepe? Or creep? Not even seeing what one of these words could be. Well, the second word obviously would be the one to get. Try a P in there. This of course assumes that I've actually got an anagram here to work with. And that seems like I cannot see an anagram there. Prose, I suppose. Prose would be about the only word that fits in there, I think. Praise, no. Prize, praise. Props, could. That isn't working. Okay, looked at that one a bit. This one here, I think locum is DR. Elation. So seductive would be dra. Not getting that. Got that. Got that. Oh, that's a hard clue. Well, that was a hard clue in itself, JP Morgan. Paul's holding dog back. Temper. Was it Paul's is I'm? Maybe Paul's is I'm. Or my. How about my? Yeah, well, I've just done my. Paul's. I am. I'm. I'm not even sure what needs going there. Is it I'm? Or is it or is it my, which feels like the most likely misery. Temper. I think misery is temper though. If that was an M, complain loudly when first of use, it hard would be lampy, lumpy. Okay, let's go down to yapper. Lurch's head bitten by parasite. Parasites are bugs or fleas. I can't think of any others really. I mean the other possibility is the L's there. In which case, what does this do? Dog, spaniel. Can't see that one. Articulation and feeling for money. Readies. And that could be, I suppose that could be why, couldn't it? When first of use, it hard. Yeah. Maybe it's not a Y there, it's a Y there, which is to complain. Yammer. Yammer, it hard, hammer. I think that could be yammer, you know. And that would fit with the M as well. Yeah, let's go with yammer. That's good. Gosh, no wonder that's a tough one. Locum excited, so seductive is dreamily. That suggests that M, my, is moderately. Temper. At least some of these dogs are going to be things like tail, aren't they? I suppose tail. I need to add that to my list of dog possibilities. Tail, follow, cur. And that's about it. That's my list of dogs. Awfully nice dog. Nips, rear of postman. Okay. Well, I've got an M there for mess. That's problematic. That's very problematic if that's mess. So I was thinking of the mess hall, which is why I dived into being messy. This one. Dog lover has female cat. Let's take mess out for a minute and just see if I can get the nice dog in again. Coding, encoding, does that work? Getting letters mixed up, encoding, it is. Encoding, okay. What's this, modify? Yes, modify with Fido. See how easy that was once I got a slight, had an extra checker there. Boom, straight in there. I had pet there, didn't I? Let's try pet again. Now I've taken out the P earlier. Studying Spaniel. I don't think it's going to be, but let's try it. The cat peers. Spectator. Catches. Cat. Teacher's pet. Okay. Well, teacher's pet. Fair enough. Okay. Oh, right. What's this? Dog's breakfast. Can't be a bone then, can it? Dog's breakfast is normally the phrase to say you've made a mess or something, which is why I bunged in mess. But therefore, what does collie, cereal, corn? I don't know what dogs eat, really. This one, articulation of feeling is for money. Oh, that's my female though, wasn't it? Dog lover has, well, lover has female kennelled. It might end in ed, it could be a word for kennelled. I can't think what it would be if it is. Articulation of feeling for money. Not seeing that one at the moment. This one down here. Seller with key, say. A geezer, a gent. Okay. Which makes that an estate agent, I suppose. E-state, yeah. Estate agent, okay. That must be an ingly. Daringly or something. Excitingly. Excited so. Seductive is... It's not longingly, is it? Must be an ing anyway. And I would think that's an ly. I don't think anything else will fit in there. So who's going to be a doctor? Or is it an MO maybe? Movingly. Let's just see if an MO does anything different here. Dog fed old. Okay. Got pooch as well, haven't I? Pooch is on my list. I'm going to add pooch. Never got Fido though. Never had that one on my list. Didn't realise it'd be that kind of thing. Old cracker. Popper. What is that? Popper. Could it be Popper as a cracker? I don't think it can really be. But let's go on the basis that, take that up for a second. Yapper. Oh, that's maybe how I got to Yammer. Yapper is a barker. Can't be a barker though, can it? L has to go there or there if it's a... Don't think I can be an anagram locum. Because I don't know what so would do in the click. I was just thinking if it's an anagram of locum, which would be excited. And then so seductive. I don't think that can be Popper, even though I like... although Popper is a cracker, fed old suggests take the O out of it would leave you PPP-ER. That ain't going to work really. But let's leave that R there for a minute. And it's going to have to be that, isn't it? If it were. But that would need another a vowel somewhere, either at the start or there. Okay, dog spaniel. Sure about that. See here where that's coming from. if it can simply be great at I as an anagram. Great at I. I would have thought so, but you never know. I mean, that sounds like a French place, Tartagie. Rat-a-tat. Don't know. This one here, got an NNS and a clue. Clues, dogs, okay. Yeah, so I've got an S on the end. That helps me to hints, questions, clues, tips, pointers. Got another one, didn't have that on my list either. My list of dogs has not been very useful to me so far. More than one. Dog pants. I assume we're not talking about some kind of nappy here. Dog pants is to... don't know. More than one dog is oh, AER is slowly building up. Paper round, soon over. Cobra peeps. Well, space probe. There. I had space. I said space some way back, and I even said it could be like a lunar rover, didn't I? How annoying. Gosh, clue. Silver's dog. I really want to put trouble there, but it doesn't fit. Silver's dog is you. For dog. Well, let's assume Silver's is you. What would that do here? More than one dog, it would be pants. Sweaty, moany. A lot. This one down here, clue, Silver's dog. Can't think what a clue would be really. Silver's has got apostrophe in the different place, so it's not singular. It's a plural Silver's, by the looks of it. But even that doesn't really help because I can't think of a dog. Okay, so if space probes help me out at all. Probably not. Set up. Okay, let's put Tess. Up for court action. Crime clear. Set up. Set could be to gel, which would be a leg. Crime clear. Yeah, this little corner's turning out to be quite hard to get into. Not that the rest has been overly easy to get into. Crime clear. Set up for court action. There are only treason and arson really in the land of crime in Crossworld. Where else? What have you got? GBH. Theft. Theft is the other one, I suppose. Or stealing. But I don't think either of those works. Court action makes me think of tennis. What would tennis do? Let's just go tennis. Sin is a crime. Clear is what you net. Yeah, okay, tennis it is. I think I said that on the first look as well. Yeah, so your net pay is what you clear after tax. Boom. I really think it wants to be gun, but I don't know what kind of gun. Par gun? Ray gun? Report standard weapon. If that was gun, because I'm thinking it fits with that being a anagram of great. What the anagram will be, I have no idea. This one, show advertiser. Shows to out something, I suppose. I did have an eye there, didn't I? At one point for lead in. Fact would be that could be Fido as well. Could we have Fido twice in a clue? In a puzzle? That seems unlikely. Fat dog FD. On lead in fact. I've got zero inspiration for this one. Show advertiser dog. Advertiser PR. How likely? Dog would be prowl. If that was a P, dog solver. Dog solver, poodles, Pekingese, pooch. I'm gonna look down here, like DR or if that's DR, what's that give me here? Fed O. Has to be ROP, doesn't it? Then. But it can't be. Oh, it wants to be proper at that point, but it can't be proper because I've only got one vowel there, and an RP isn't going to work. That might work. Dog, cracker, looper, booper. Because I'm going to take one of those O's out, still leaves me like reasonable. Maybe it's a double O. Maybe it's not an ER though, cracker. Right. I think I probably need a little break from this puzzle. I'll come back to it. I'm going to put it on pause while I go for a break. Right, I am back after a very long break, almost an hour and a half, over an hour and a half. I went out, had a little spot of food in the sunshine, had a lunch break, read a bit of a book, but I also found in the back room my Observer's Book of Dogs, which apparently, which I probably got when I was about 10 years old. It was first printed in 1945. I'd just like to say that isn't when I got it, but the reprint in my edition is 1979, so I got it a few years after that. And it's a lovely book with picture of 3 English Springer Spaniels looking to their left in high order, and written by Catherine Sutton. What it does tell us is there's 6 groupings of dogs, which are gun dogs, hounds, terriers, toy groups, utility groups, and working groups. And excuse me. And there's 157 types of dog in this book. Now, I'm not going to list them all off to you, but I am going to mention that the ones I hadn't even begun to think of were spaniels, terriers, hounds, beagles. Now, we see beagle occasionally in the crossword as a eagle, bird of prey with a black bird of prey, that sort of thing. The borzoi I may have seen. And they've got some hounds, which is the bloodhound, the elk hound. I saw that a few weeks back in one of the crosswords. Foxhound, greyhound, wolfhound. I've got a little bit more to go through. Harriers. Harriers is another one that comes up in crosswords, although normally not necessarily as a dog. We've got a couple of foreign kind of dogs, sounding dogs. Chins, chow chows and Pekingese. Got the pug, I think that's a good word to put in there. Staffies or Staffordshire Terriers. And then Dalmatians and Boxers are quite obvious ones. Now, among the other ones I have seen coming up in the crossword, I realise actually over the years I've seen quite a few. The Basenji, the Jack Russell, the Sealyham, the Airedale, the Pomeranian, the Shih Tzu, the Akita, the Collie and the Kelpie and St Bernard I don't think I've seen come up, but they are good solid dogs. The Great Dane, often clued in association with Hans Christian Andersen, the Samoyed and the Mastiff. So quite a selection to work from. If that hasn't given me a leg up on this puzzle, I don't know what will. So, right, I haven't thought about the clues too much, so it's time to have another look. So what do we got? Show advertiser dog. I mean, it can't be beagle, can it? Oh, I've just noticed I've got over here. I've got sanction with the wrong spelling. Does that help me? Clue solver's dog. What did I think? There was one or two I thought. Dalmatian. Spot. Was there a spotted dog? Spot also was a name I thought. Maybe Spot the dog will be in here somewhere. Dog solver. I'm on clue solver's dog. Solver's dog is you. That's how I got to YO. Okay, that's how I got my U there. So actually that'd be a U there, would it? Doesn't look like anything I know. This one was more than one dog pants. I think that's probably just going to be either a misdirection towards underwear or obviously a word meaning. That's probably an S, isn't it? If that's maybe pants. Breathe hard. So if that was an S, clue is a hint, a tip. Solver's dog. Maybe I should pick up the book again and have a use of that, I don't know. I'm not going to do it yet, but I think I may have to. This one down here, dog lover has... Okay, so this is just a dog lover has female kennel. I've got my list of them actually that I just... So when I say I'm not going to... Actually, I might be referring to that a little bit. Dog lover has female kennel. I think it's got to be a lover. I don't know what lover is going to be though. Although has female and kennelled, has and kennel both look like containment words, so I'm not sure what to do there. This dog's dinner. And can't think of any. Do I see any four-letter word? Dog's chin, dinner, chin, chow. Chow. Okay, yeah, chow is working, isn't it? There, I've got one. Got one from the book. Thank you, book. What that'll be? I thought Romeo, but Romtheo. I think that's a type of dog. Woofer. Could that be wooer? Yeah, woofer. Woofer. Okay, we'll take that. Woofer and wooer. Okay. Excuse me. This must be a sensor, mustn't it? Scent. Articulation of feelings. Sensor. For money. Sense or tenor. I think that's tenor as in, and the articulation feeling. Feeling is the tenor of someone. I think. Hey, that's good. So I've got 3 down in that corner done. A little bit of help, but not much. Locum, excited. So seductive is. What is that going to be? Excited is uppingly. I think when you've got an ing, it has to be an N. Sorry, an I, like base G. I could be. It can't be a GH. GH. I was just trying to think. I think it has to be an Ingley. Not sure what it will be though. This dog spaniel. I am just glancing at my piece of paper a little bit. Not much clue on that one. Yapper, lurcher's head, bitten off. Well, if there's an L there, let's try an L there. Bitten by parasite. My list of parasites is not great. I mean, it doesn't have to be there. It doesn't have to be an R, does it? Although we've got a definition of yapper. Talker and taker. Hey, look, that, wow, this is what the break will do for you in a crossword. Now, what that leaves me, old cracker, teapot, dog fed old cracker. I'm sure what that means, but well, that'd be an O there, would it? Pot. Let's just lose that for a minute. That ammo. I mean, dog could be a pet. Fed, dog fed, old cracker. I mean, I think that means put an O into dog. A type of dog, sorry. To get to a cracker, which is crumpet. Not sure. Let's go back over here again. Could that be poodle? Dog poodle. If that was a P, what's that mean? It's so seductive. Droopingly. What a dog spaniel, I'd thought in that sense. If it's going to be a double definition, then it can't be just two words for the name of a dog. So in that case, dog has to be to follow, or trail, or tail, or something. But what that is, I'm not sure. Okay, let's go back up here again. Dog solver. This little corner up here is hard to break into. So I can probably eliminate Dalmatian from the list and Pomeranian because there's no clues left that are that big. In fact, everything's 6 letters or less apart from this one here, I think. So, report of standard gut weapon. I've overlooked the fact that report, I think the surface is just saying report of is just saying guns. When you shoot a gun, it has a report, a recoil, a kick. It's the sound of it being shot. But I hadn't thought about that. Shogun, show, gun, standard show. Don't think so. Standard's normally par, but what can I put in there? Par. If report of is a sound like indicator, then it has to be standard to get to a weapon. What I can't do is have a sound like of both words because there's no definition left. Oh, I thought it was a gun because of that G, didn't I? Tangier, Tanger, there's no N, doesn't really work. At Imperial, Targ, Targer, at I. I've got the E gone anyway. At show advertiser dog. Right, I'm going to start looking at my list now in closer detail. I'm aware that, well, passenger ain't going to fit. Boxer was one I forgot to think about, wasn't it? Boxer, more than one dog isn't poodle. Boxer, Don't think any of those work. Pugs, chins, bloodhounds, Bortsoy. Bortsoy want to go anywhere? Don't think so. Hounds, beagle. Why is the beagle not in here? I mean, why an old clue? Hounds. No, that doesn't fit anywhere. So without going back into the book, I don't think there's anything that would help me there. More than one is multiple pants. I thought it was an S, didn't I? So what's that going to be? Clue. Solver's dog. Can't see how that's going. That was the dog solver. I feel like that isn't going to be a gun unless it's a pop gun. Report of standard pop gun. It's standard as a pop though, is it? It's Poodle fits that nicely, but wine poodle would be correct. I don't know really. Where am I on time overall? I've been sounding like this for almost an hour now, so I think in a few minutes I'm going to have to just call it a day and check my way to the end of it really. Locum excited. So seductive. I haven't really even got any letters I can put in and guess at, words I can guess at. Let's look at this fact one. In fact, fat dog. Fat is lard. Butter. Dog on lead. Or lead. In fact. And I'll chuck in something for that. I can put gun in there, can't I? As a guess, but more than one dog pants. One Z sabers. Can't see where that's going. Don't do the so. So seductive would be if it was a D and R, what have we got there? Dog fed old cracker. Well, my O can only go one place or another. If it's there, I've got a PT together. Which doesn't seem very likely. If it goes there, I've got an RP, but that's okay because I'm going to put R. I'm more likely to go OO MO. MOMB, GP, DR. Assuming that locum is. I don't know if there's an abbreviation of that, no, for locum. Fed old cracker. Well, I think that's probably as far as I'm going on today's puzzle, on my own power. Been about an hour, so I'm going to do a check, see where I'm at. It's taken out a few letters. Actually, it's pretty much taken out all the letters I had. So that's very helpful. What I think this is an anagram of great argitite, agitate, aggregate. I don't know. I'll maybe it's the French city of Nice. Let's try Nice in there. I don't know. I'll leave that first bit. No, no Nice. Got a thing. Check that. No, not T. Got an R though, haven't I? I thought it was PR. I don't think it's going to be PR though. Just looking at my list of dogs. So there's an R, an E, R-E kind of dog in there somewhere. Terrier. I think terrier isn't spelled like that, but let's try terrier. No. It's very hard if you haven't got any letters in there to actually... what I normally do at this point is just reveal one, don't I? Let's reveal that one. Grenoble. Grenoble. Okay, G-R-E. Oh, great. Sacrifices that. Yeah, of course. And then noble. Let's take the AT off of great. It's that simple. I really could have put par in there, couldn't I? Par. Weapon. I think it's par. No, I've got no cannon. Cannon, I think that is. Yes, the standard. Okay. That kind of standard. I've got a B here. Fat dog is on lead. It is PB. Is it PB? PB for lead. Blob, I was thinking of. Blob. Blub. Blub. Let's try blub. No. Plub. A lab. It's going to be a lab, isn't it? Fat is flab there. Fat. Lab. Okay, lab on the end of fat. Fair enough. Dog solver. Dog solver. Show. Advertiser. I just don't know a word for advertiser really. Is this PR? I don't think it is. No. Put an A in there. Border. Is that a border? No. Barker. Ah, okay. That's why I wasn't getting that. Carnival Barker is the person who's shit. Gosh. Dog solver. Beagle. Beagle? Okay, that's a... Yes, beagle. That's a beagle. Could be in there. But that's not the clue I was needing for beagle. More than one dog. Which one am I going for? Which dog? Let's have a look at this one, because I don't think... Scooby. Clear, haven't got a Scooby. My word, more than one dog. Pants. I can't tell you. Let's look at this one now. I'll come back to that. Sex pot for a cracker. Okay, I was not getting that. Dog fed old cracker. Sex PT. I don't even know what's going on there. not sure what this word's going to go. I don't even know what to do this clue now. Locum. I don't know what locum is. I'm going to have to reveal that. Temptingly. Oh, temp. And then tingly. Very good. Dog spaniel. I see now that I've revealed. Just going to click the refresh button because that'll get rid of all the ticks. And that'll allow me to see 24 again. Dog. Dog is to sort of prowls. Prowls? Well, poodle, is it poodle? It's poodle. Okay, that just leaves this one. Dog pants. More than one. It's a hard grid actually because there's so many words that haven't got a starting letter. All this one's down here. This one here. Checked. Dozens, I suppose. Dozens, more than one. Dozen, dozens. Don't know about that. No, not dozens. Give myself the starting letter maybe. Boxers. Yeah, I said boxers could be in there, I forgot. More than one dog pants. Boxers. Of course it is. Boxer shorts. Right, let's check that all. Yeah, it's all done now. Okay, well that was a bit of a big hum. Right, let's have a go through the clues as best I can. Yeah, so the person, you get what's called a carnival barker, which is the person who advertises the circus. They'll be stood outside going, roll up, come and see the great so-and-so in the circus. So that's a show advertiser. And then obviously a dog is a barker because they bark. More than one dog is boxers, and pants are boxer shorts as such, boxers. I think I did say it might refer to underwear at one point. Report of standard, so we've got a sound like of the words canon. So quite often if you're talking about, I don't know, Star Trek or some TV series, people where there's loads of other books and fan theories and things, they'll say, oh, that's canon or that's not canon, which is one N, I think. So the sound like of that is a weapon, canon. Sanction was an anagram of contains. Order is a is your anagram indicator, I think, and a coercive measure is a sanction. Yeah, so sanction. I was just looking at that because sanction is a contronym. It can be to allow something to happen, which might be an order, I suppose. But in this case, it's a penalty, a coercive measure. Right, fat dog on lead. So we've got a fat dog. So fat is flab. That's definition. A dog is a lab, as in a Labrador. On the end of the lead to fact, which is an F for fact. Space probe is an anagram of Cobra Peeps. Out is your anagram indicator, which gives you the space probe is a rover, like the lunar rover. The cat peers is an anagram of teacher's pet. Studying spaniel. I don't really understand what the spaniel bits they're doing, other than studying. If your teacher's pet, if you swat up and you do all the, if you're studying well, spaniel is a pet, I suppose. Yeah, so a locum is a temporary doctor, for example. Excited is tingly, and so seductive is temptingly. Dog's dinner, so dog is a chow, and dinner can be known as chow down, eat up. The banker is JP Morgan, so the major bank, one of the major banks in the world. Heading for jail is a J. Sunak is the PM. Sunak once was the PM, Prime Minister, and then Johnson is a American slang word for one of the organs of the body. Paul's, so Paul is the setter in this case, so Paul's is referring to apostrophize, so it's my. Paul is my. Holding dog back, well in this case the dog is Fido going backwards, which gives you to modify or temper something. Gosh, these are tough definitions, some of them. A yapper is a talker, someone who talks a lot, fair enough. Lurcher's head is the L, bitten by a parasite, and parasites are people who take, so they're takers. Articulation of feeling. So I think this is a sound like of tenor. What's your tenor? Your kind of how you look, the air to the thing. So it's feeling, and a money. Well, £10 notes known as a tenor. Great sacrifices that. That's clever. That's a simple one really. Great without the AT because the sacrifice that gives you the GRE, and then imperial is noble, which gives you Grenoble, which is the French city. I think the 1968 Winter Olympics were held there. Crime is a sin. Clear is what you if you clear your in your pay packet, you'll get a gross amount of pay, and then you'll get a net amount of pay, and the net is what you clear after taxes. Set up, so sin net upwards to give you court action, while tennis is played on a court. Clues are pointers, and dogs can be pointers. The dog cluer, well, again, setter is the person who sets the dog. The cryptic clues, Paul in this case. Dog solver. So dog is a beagle, solver is a beagle. I don't think I mean, it's vaguely kind of seen that as a reference to a private eye or something, I think, but I was never getting that from that clue. You've got to know your dogs on this, even though I've been through a list of them. Clue. Well, clue. Haven't got a Scooby. Haven't got a Scooby-Doo. Haven't got a clue. Bit of Cockney, modern Cockney rhyming slang, I think. A hand. Solver's dog, well, Scooby-Doo was the dog in the Scooby-Doo things, and they were solving mysteries, aren't they? Seller is an estate agent. We've got the key is E for the key of music. To state is to say. Got A in the clue, and a geezer is a gent. Although I think a gent is short for gentleman, so geezer really isn't what gentlemen are, although they are both male. We've got here ceiling is an anagram of clingier, plaster is your anagram indicator, and we just need to stick on the R for resin, the initial letter of resin on the end of it. And more sticky is clingier. Awfully nice dog. So we've got an anagram of nice dog. Awfully is your anagram indicator, and then we need to include, because it's nipping, the rear of the postman, put an N in there from postman. And getting letters mixed up is encoding. Now this one, dog fed old cracker. Well, a cracker is a sex pot. I mean, that's an old. Okay. Dog fed old. Yeah. So I said spot might be in there somewhere. So there we've got spot with old X for old in it. Yeah. So it wasn't just to put an O in there, it's put X in there, which gives you sexpot, which is a cracker. A dog is a woofer. A lover is a wooer with F for female, kennelled, so put in there. Again, this one I'm not really sure about, other than dog is a poodle. Spaniel, poodle, I don't really understand that bit. My knowledge of dogs is not good enough, and I'm not even going to find that in the book, I'm sure. Complain loudly is to yammer. When first of use is Y, and then it hard is to hammer. That's hit hard, so hammer something, but they're taking off the H, so take the H off of hammer, gives you hammer. And that is the puzzle. All done. Well, I say it's all done. Quite a few reveals there, but quite exhausted by that, but good little, well, it's a clever puzzle. I can't say it's good, I didn't really enjoy it that much, but it's clever, and Mara Paul is a very good setter. So thanks for watching.